Evening meaners, got a real treat for you tonight. We're cooking pork vindaloo. Okay, point one, our basic grasp of Hindi tells us that aloo means potato, and if you know that vind means with, then pork vindaloo just literally means with potato. As it happens, this recipe doesn't have potato in it, but that's beside the point. Answers on a postcard as to where that comes from. Vindaloo originates in the south, down towards Sri Lanka, and the Portuguese developed it. It is very well known for being hot, but not as ridiculously hot and completely flavourless as you see nutters eating over here. This recipe, I promise, I've dialed down a great deal. There's no green chilli. There is some dried red chilli, so it's hotter than I would normally make, but it won't blow your head off, honestly. Secondly, pork. The non-vegans out there will not have heard of jackfruit, but it's the new drug of choice for vegans. It's actually pretty hard to get hold of. It is so popular out there. It's amazing stuff. Unlike many meat substitutes, it actually soaks in the flavour, and once it's cooked, it has that same sort of fibrous consistency that you get from meat, but massively lower in fat, and nothing got hurt. So here we go. Pork vindaloo, without the pig, without the half cup of oil, and without the nug of chilies ready to blow your head off. So our jackfruit then. I'll admit, whilst it's raw, it doesn't look too appealing. It looks very much like a pineapple, and I can only assume it is quite closely related. Here's a word of warning here: if you react to pineapple, then I'd suggest you do not try this dish because your tongue will probably swell up a bit. But as it cooks, it takes on that fibrous consistency of meat that makes it such a wonderful replacement. And I've got it marinating here in a home ground masala, the ingredients of which I'll scan up the screen as I'm talking, and also 2 different types of vinegar. Now traditionally, the vinegars used would be coconut vinegar and a vinegar made from molasses, but easier said than done to get hold of over here, so I'm just using a white vinegar and a dark vinegar as a replacement. And I'll leave that to marinate for a few hours until I'm ready to cook. Now this is a video of firsts. This is another ingredient which is probably completely alien to a great number of people out there. This is called jaggery, and it's wrapped here in sugarcane leaves to keep it, well, kind of fresh, but this sort of thing doesn't really go off. Being born and raised in Jamaica, this is what I think of when people say sugar. This is pure, raw, unrefined sugar. And the wonderful thing is, as you can see here, it's thick with molasses. In fact, it's almost oozing out of there. And it's kind of like Kendal mint cake, actually, but it's very much not, believe me. And I'll be using a small amount of this within the recipe rather than sugar. It won't massively increase the calories, but what it will do is it'll add a richness and a treacly undertone that will offset the vinegar within the dish, almost like a sweet and sour effect. So as I say, all we're going to do is wait for this to marinate for a few hours. Well, I am waiting. Alright, that's enough of that. Oil, onions, and we'll saute that until golden. Okay, they're looking good. So we're going in with ginger and garlic. This time, the ginger and garlic, I've julienned both of them, just to keep them more discreet and to give those hits of flavour every now and again. Now that raw smell's gone, in go just some tomatoes. And as always, we don't need that oil, which has been reduced by 2/3. Forgot to mention that, but that's generally always the case. We don't need that oil because that moisture from the tomatoes, as usual, has reclaimed all that good stuff from the bottom. And now that masala's maturing, let's get our jackfruit in. A quick stir and we're ready for our jaggery. Oh, that fresh ground masala makes all the difference. Jaggery going in. Oh Baz, I'm bored, let's wait again. And there we go. Pork vindaloo. Only without the pork, and specifically designed not to blow your head off. So give it a go and see what you think. It's sweet, it's sour, it's packed full of whole spices, 100% vegan and very low in fat. My work here is done. Any ideas for dishes, please comment below. If you like what you see, give us a thumbs up. If you want to see more, click on subscribe. Cheerio.